Oh, hello, fams. I decided to go live today. Good morning. So, I was supposed to do a live podcast last night. Um, and I was tired. I was tired. I was stressed. I was in my feelings, all of that. So, I didn't do it, to be honest. Um, I'm looking for my headphones so that the on my headphones. Let me find my headphones. Well, anyway, good morning. It's Martin Luther King Day, and I want to make sure that I do everything that I'm supposed to do, and make sure that I'm showing up for myself, no matter how shitty I'm feeling, because life does not stop. Good morning. Good morning. So listen, I'm glad you guys are here because I need my film's help. Um, and the way you guys can help me is just listen. I just need to vent. Um, the new year has been starting off really good for me, um, but also really bad. um, I'm looking for my headphones, guys, so that I can you can hear me pretty good. So you guys know life has ups and downs. That's my birthday dress, by the way. My birthday is in a couple of days. Well, it's the 23rd. You guys know life has its ups and downs. I was reading a quote and it said that life is like a wave. Like if we have just peace all the time, then we won't have any currency. And it's just not the way life is supposed to be designed. Go fucking figure, right? I tell you. So I'm gonna tell you guys a few things that been going on. One second. Oh, I found my headphones. Okay, perfect. Now I can do this right. Okay, good. All right. Okay. This is gonna be so much better, yes. Okay. Good. Okay, so now I'm sure you guys can hear me better. All right. Now I can go downstairs. All right, so you guys are gonna come with me while I do my little morning routine and stuff. All right, so I have been building a brand while running a business, while being a single mom, and shit be getting so hard, y'all. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I get off track, and I have really been off track the last maybe 6 months, just trying to navigate everything, navigate through life. So listen, I'm gonna drink some of this. This is what I'm doing. I do like a detox, but I have been a little bit distracted, I will admit, and I just been going through a little bit of stuff. So right now I am in the middle of building a brand. I had a couple of delays with that because I'm new to this actual apparel thing. I used to have a boutique before, and when I had my boutique before, all I had to do was order stuff and put my tags on it and sell it. What I'm doing now is completely different. It's a whole branding process. It's a lot. It's not the same. So basically, with that process, it's just learning that process. Like thinking things are going to arrive in a timely manner. No. So I pretty much sold out of all of my stuff really, really fast. And then when I sold out of everything, it was taking a very long time to come. So I had people emailing me and DMing me, and I was just like, oh my God, like this is so different. So I was dealing with that stress of things, but that is all working out now. But that was stressing me out. But then you guys know I have a salon. So right now I am pretty much restaffing my place. It has not been the same since the pandemic. With the pandemic, people kind of lost like confidence. They kind of lost like clients. So a lot of stylists want to do hair from home. So I was dealing with that, dealing with some management issues, and just dealing with a lot of different things. And guys, running a salon is it's extremely hard, and a lot of times you got to deal with so many different personalities, people, you name it. It's a lot. So I was dealing with that, and I've been dealing with a little bit of what do you call it? My son's dad, right? You guys know that I have talked on my podcast a lot about abuse, um, divorce, relationships, all of these things. And one of the things that I used to deal with all the time in my marriage was verbal abuse, right? So the reason why I'm bringing it up is because, I'm trying my best to be a very good co-parenter and co-parent with my son's father. And it can be pretty difficult. Oh, this is what I was looking for. I was looking for this the whole time. Okay, good. I'm waiting for my water to warm up. Okay. All right. So dealing co-parenting is hard as I don't know why, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like I wouldn't wish it on anybody, especially when you're dealing with a lot of like past traumas and hurts, and you're dealing with a immature person. And I would say like since okay, so my son had a birthday, right? I'm just gonna put it all out there. This is the whole life. My son had a birthday. I wanted my son to enjoy his birthday. So his father, wanted to come and visit him. Now I'm all for my son. Oh, my water's ready. I'm all for my son spending time with his dad. I love that. I feel like my son needs that. My son needs to be in a space where he is getting, that kind of male energy because I'm such a feminine woman. He don't need to be around me all the time. I get on his nerves real bad. So, and then it's his dad. I want him to be around his dad. I want him to enjoy all of those moments with his dad. Um, so even though they talk a lot, they talk often, I don't feel as though his dad is as present as he should be. But that's something that he has to deal with, not me. Um, so anyway, for my son's birthday, he wanted to come and visit. This would have been like his second time visiting us since we moved to Miami. Now I've been living here for 2 years, and this would have been his second time. So this happened in October. So in October, um, he came to visit, and it was a cool visit. It wasn't bad. It wasn't negative. I thought we would be on a really good start to like co-parenting because when somebody still wants to be with you and they feel like you left them and they feel like, you're the reason why their life is a certain way that it is, they do a lot of blaming. He doesn't help me financially, and a lot of that stuff was going on. But I felt like put my son first, let my son spend time with his father, and just let them bond and have their moment. So when he came to visit, everything was great. We even went out to dinner. We took my son out to dinner, and everything was great. So after that, he kind of started like texting and calling and all of that stuff. And I was just like, what the hell did I do? Did I like open a door? But I know I didn't, because my boundaries and everything was in place. But I think what happened was I moved from my town, right? I moved from my town in the pandemic. I moved from my hometown in the pandemic, and he was not helping me financially. I had a lot of bills at the time. I had a lot of things going on at the time, but I'm always going to keep me a nice house. I'm always going to make sure that my household is good, right? So I think when he came to visit, he was actually surprised that I made all of this happen. Like, I live in a really nice place. Um, and I drive a nice car. And I think that he wanted me to fall on my face because I left him. And I just never really thought about it before, but I felt like, dang, he really wanted me to fail without him. Because what would be the reasoning of you not helping, you not financially helping? And I think that may have put like a light in him, that he thought that it was a chance for us to be back together. I don't even understand how, because for you to even think about being with somebody or think about returning back to somebody, they would have to change, right? They would have to change. They would have to listen to the things that you didn't like in the first place. They would have to, pay attention to the things you say that hurt you and things like that. Now, like I said, my ex was very verbally abusive. Verbally abusive. I mean, abuse. I mean, all of them, but that was the top. We're talking verbal, sometimes physical, mentally abusive, um, you name it. And I take accountability for that because I dealt with it for so many years. I couldn't believe it. I just kind of thought it was the norm because I had been with him since I was young. But anyway, um, when he came to visit, after he came to visit, he saw how I was living. He saw my process. He saw that my son is in amazing school. He is, grounded. Now, my son can be a little mouthy. My son can be a little mouthy, y'all. Like, he talks back. It gets on my goddamn nerves. But other than that, my son is in a good home. He's eating good. He's living good. He goes to an amazing school. Nothing really has changed for my son other than the fact that his two parents are not in the same household. And he doesn't see his father all the time. So I think that kind of put a spark in him where he felt like he was going to get back. But I happen to think that my ex is a user, and you didn't make any changes. You're welcome, girl. Listen, this helps me. Like, me talking about this helps me because I do not talk to people. So when I opened this podcast, this helps me. So anyway, um, what was I saying? Okay. So I just think that put something in him where he thought that we could get back together. I don't know how, y'all. When I say this man has not done no work on himself, I mean, no. I don't get it. Like, even I just don't get it. Why you would even think that would happen. But anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I decided to block him recently because he sent me some really nasty, mean, disrespectful text messages. And I was thinking to myself, you, the whole October, November, you were preaching to me that you was like this different person. Of course, I wasn't buying it. But I was just like, wow. I mean, y'all, I didn't read the messages right away because I knew that the text messages were probably going to be mean. So I didn't read them right away. But when I did read them, I was like, mm, this is really crazy. This is really crazy. Everything that he was saying to me in those text messages was a mirror of him and his actions. And I just was like, you know what? There is no reason for us to ever speak again. That relationship was a mess. And that relationship set me up to be in the most unhealthy relationships moving forward. I have a daughter that's 22 years old. She'll be, well, she just turned 23. And I want to be the one to make sure that she's not ever going through what I went through. I watch women today, right? Last night I was watching something on TikTok, and I watched this girl talk about everything that she didn't want from a guy, right? Now her boundaries was on point. Everything that she said was on point, but it was just how she said it. It was like very aggressive and very like everything was a cuss word and the fuck and nigga and this and that and that. Now I cuss. I cuss, right? But the way this girl was saying it, it reminds me of like our entertainers today. Like, not saying anything is wrong with our entertainers, like, but it's just not for me. Like the Cardi B's and the Meg The Stallions, I think these girls are beautiful, but I just think they the way they speak and talk, it's like the place that we live in and the time that we live in is really ill. There is a lot of people that are dealing with a lot of mental illness out here. And I realized that that is the problem my ex had. He was dealing with a mental illness and aggression that he wanted to take out on the next person. And I have to protect myself and not deal with anybody that is intentionally trying to put me through some type of pain. Because I am a great person, and I can say that I'm a great person, I am not going to subscribe to anything or anyone, any place that is going to treat me negatively or bad. I have to show up for myself, and I have not been showing up for myself. I have been, you guys seen some of my posts in the past, like the end to people pleasing. I used to be that person, a people pleaser, because I didn't want to make nobody mad. And the reason why I didn't want to make nobody mad is because I've always had to deal with people being jealous. I've always had to deal with people being like catty towards me. So I developed this thing where I don't want to make nobody mad. I'm just like, all right, I'm moving around in a passive way. I don't want to make nobody mad. But now I'm like, fuck that. If you're not showing up 100% for me the way I will show up 100% for you, you can kiss my ass. And that's me moving forward. And I'm saying that in the most feminine, non aggressive way. I'm not dealing with anybody selfish. I'm not dealing with anybody that wants to undermine me. I'm not dealing with any of that because I know I'm a good person. I know what I deserve. I feel like people, a lot of times, they bring their past situations into their future situations and fuck everything up. I don't want to be that person. I have done that. I have allowed that. And I don't want to continue to do that. But anyway, I was looking at the TikTok and the girl was just talking so aggressively and I was completely turned off. I was like, this is what we out here offering people. Same thing with men. They have this thing called passport bros where the men go out of the country to date or to find a significant other. I don't think anything is wrong with it because it's the reality. Like, we live in a place where it's so material driven. Everything is about money. Everything is about money. People will literally find the love of their lives and fuck it up because they're worried about money, right? And, it's just living in the US, we have to deal with a lot of things. Like, we have to deal with, so many things that us women have to deal with. We have to deal with our bodies looking good, our minds looking good. Now, the men want you to have your shit all the way together. And let's face it, who's going to have everything together right away? If you have the potential and you have the mindset and you're driven and you're working towards something, okay, fine. But it's just like, it's so much pressure. And I don't think it's pressure from one side. I think it's pressure from both sides. I think it's pressure from the men. I think it's pressure from the women. Um, and I'm just like, how do we fix that? I told you I'm doing a rant today. How do we fix that? Like, how do we make that better? Like, how? So anyway, when I said that I blocked my ex, I had to. I don't know if it's the most mature thing, but I know for my peace, because I'm already on a wave. I'm already on this wave. I already know that I have bumps in the road. I'm already building a brand. I'm already dealing with my salon. I'm already managing people. I already have to deal with some attitudes here, some passive aggression there in my life. I got a daughter I'm trying to raise. That's one less thing that I need to be worrying about is you sending me some nasty text messages because you mad because somebody don't want you. Like, come on. I think that I think that right now I am lessening my load. I am removing anything that does not feel like it's being received, like it's receiving me well, because I know the type of person I am. Um, and I can't, I have to put me first. I have to put me first. I have to put my feelings first, how I feel first. I have to, you know, put my health first. Like, literally, it's what month is this? This is the 19th. I have not been doing my skincare the way I should. And I don't play about my skin. Like, I have been just working. I've been working and I'm working towards something and it's going to happen. Like, femininity is happening, y'all. And it's a slow process because I do not want to mess anything up. But not only is a slow process, I have been self-sabotaging because I haven't been feeling as confident. And I realized that I haven't been feeling as confident because of all of the negative past things, people. Yesterday, I made a post on my Instagram page and I had somebody troll me and say something from middle school. And I was just like, that didn't bother me though, because I just kind of laughed about that. But I just was like, when you are on that path, when you are on that path to greatness,
that devil would throw anything in your way to fucking stop you. I have had so many things happen to me this week, the last 2 weeks, that has been pulling me away from femininity. And I'm just like, dang, it has worked a couple of times. It has worked a couple of times where I just go lay down. I'm not doing my to-do list. I'm not podcasting. It has happened. But I'm telling you, if you have something inside of you that you want to do, please do it. Please do it. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. I am going to make this brand so successful. Mark my words. I have a birthday coming up, and I didn't even feel like celebrating my birthday. I didn't even feel like it, but I got work to do. I got a lot of work to do. I had a long conversation with one of my best friends, Nick. We talked, he was like, Rachel, you're doing a great job. I talked to one of my girlfriends, Natalie. She's like, Rachel, I see it, you're doing a good job. And even with that, like my girlfriend, she was calling me, she was like, I want you to join my business. And I'm like, and in that moment, I was like, okay. But then I thought about it and I was like, here we go with the people pleasing. I can't join anybody else's business because I'm focused on my own business. Love my girlfriend dearly. She always is giving me opportunities. Shout out to her. But right now, my focus cannot. Thank you. Thank you. My focus has to be on my dreams. My talent has to be on my dreams. It has to be on my dreams. I've always wanted a coat clothing line ever since I was a little girl. I always wanted my own brand. I used to draw in my little notebook when I was in school, not paying attention. I've always wanted this for myself. I always wanted a community. I always wanted to help women. I always wanted this. I always wanted this. I think that's what kept me in hair so long because the validation I felt when I made somebody beautiful. When I made somebody beautiful, when I took somebody's hair from black to blonde and gave them a beautiful cut, and they turned around in that mirror and they felt so good and they were happy. This is something I always wanted. And I'm not letting nothing stop me. Nothing stopped me from getting what I deserve. I'm not letting nobody stop me. Nothing, nobody's negativity. If you don't want to show up for me, that's fine. I will not show up for you. And I mean that from anybody that has been in my life. I watch people watch me work hard. I watch people watch me work hard and say, oh, she'll figure it out. I watch my friends. I watch them not repost my stuff. I watch them look at my clothes. I watch them do a lot of this stuff. I do. And I see the non-support. And I feel like God wanted to remove a lot of people out of my life before I can send it love. Thank you. Listen, I'm not upset, y'all. I'm not upset. I'm just, thank you. I'm just going through my motions. I'm not upset though. Like I'm in a really good place. I'm just emotional and happy. I'm dealing, I'm just going through the motions. But I watch all of the non-support. I see it. And I just be like, wow. So when this does take off, then what? God is not going to give you something that you're not ready for. And I remember back when I had so much money. Thank you. I had so much money. So much money. I was shopping. I was buying. I was taking care of a grown ass man. taking care of a grown ass man, helping, bailing, doing all that, paying lawyers, all of that stuff I was doing. And now I'm in a place where even friendships, now I'm in a place where I can really see clearly and really focus on me and what my goals and what my dreams are. I don't have to emotionally be attached. I don't have to emotionally figure something out for somebody or listen to someone else's problems or, be like a Debbie Downer with you. I don't have to do that right now. That is not what I want to do right now. I'm not doing it. I am focused on femininity and femininity alone. And the people that believe in this project and that have expressed their interest and that have expressed that has just supported. Like I had a girlfriend that just straight supported me. Like Vicky, shout out to you. I love you, girl. Jay, shout out to you. I love you. Thank you so much. Arnold, Kendra, you know, Lucky, shout out to you. These are people that have literally seen what I was doing and said, you know what? This is going to be a big deal. This is going to be a big deal. I wanted to do this live today because I wanted to make sure that I was showing up. I need to make sure that I am being my authentic self because God is going to give me everything I want when I start being my most authentic self. Everything isn't perfect. I don't have it all together, but it's going to come together. I just had to move a lot of the fluff out of my way. I had to get a lot of the fluffy people out of my way. Cause what happens when you start making so much and then you have all of the wrong people around you? I had that happen to me before. I had that happen to me before. I would give away my resources. I would help people out. I would, do a bunch of stuff because, I just want to help people. But it has to be a limitation on who you help, when you help, how, all of those things. And I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody but me. Everything that I need is right inside of me. Everything that I need to figure out is right inside of me. Last night I worked until 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to set up a couple accounts. I had to figure out, my Facebook. I had to figure out, I was just doing a bunch of stuff. I worked until 2 o'clock in the morning. Like my eyes couldn't, like this morning I woke up, I was like, oh my God, my eyes, I can't even fucking see. I haven't even had my nails done. I'm getting ready to go get them done though. I haven't even had my nails done, but it's just like, I'm not stopping until this happens. And when it happens, I'm still not going to stop. I'm going to put other people in positions. It's just so many things, that happens today. And, it's so easily to get distracted. So easily to get distracted. I'm not getting distracted no more. I'm not. I'm not putting anybody in front of my dreams. I'm not putting anybody in front of, my passions. I'm just not. Because people don't have a problem with abandoning you. People don't have a problem with using you up until they can't use you no more and saying, "Oh, I'll come back when when you got some more to give." But we have to start being accountable for us. We do. We have to start being accountable for us, and we have to stop playing a victim. A lot of times I would sit and be like, dang, why is this happening to me? When in turn, I needed to be saying, what did I learn from this? And how can I not repeat the same pattern? And that's with everything. That's with business. That's with relationships. Oh, definitely relationships. That's with relationships. That's with friendships. You know, friendships with my kid. You know, raising my children. You have to think about the lesson. You have to think about the lesson, and you have to really take accountability for your actions. I sit and think about all the things that I fucked up on, all the things I made mistakes on, all the things I'd be like, but when you are intentional about everything, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you are intentional, when you wake up intentional, this morning, this was intentional. I said, I am getting up because last night I did not feel good. I felt like shit. But I said, I am getting up today and I am making sure that I do this live podcast for my femmes because I love my femmes. Y'all go hard for me. I'm going to go hard for y'all. And that's just it. I said I was going to do something. I am going to do what I say I'm going to do. I wasn't doing my makeup because y'all see me looking pretty all the time. Y'all see that on my Instagram all the time. This is me in real life. You know, I need my hair done. You know, I'm doing all of my self-care stuff today, but I just want to show up and I want to show up to be my authentic self. And I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. I know what my purpose in life is. My purpose in life is to help people, but help people within boundaries. My purpose is for someone to look at me and say, you know, I can learn something from her. She's confident. I am a confident person that hurt, has been through pain. I have been used. I have been abused. I have been fucked over. I have been taken advantage of. You know, I have been cussed out. I have been pushed. I have been shoved. I have been spat on. I have been spat on. And I still rest in my feminine. I still rest in my feminine. I'm still going to be a soft woman. I'm still going to require certain things to be a part of my life. I'm no longer taking the bare minimum from anybody. Fuck that. If you can't look at me and tell that I'm not a bare minimum person, get away. Because you don't mean me no good. That's what anything in my life, friendships, anything in my life, relationships, business, anything in my life, I am so, what do you call it? Like I'm just paying attention more because I feel like in the past I didn't pay attention. I kind of just went along with the flow. Do, 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 do. I'm not doing that no more. I have a purpose. I will be 43 January 23rd. I am not spending the other half of my life worrying about people, having poor boundaries, you know, letting things happen that shouldn't. My girlfriend said my phone died. You know, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I don't want that for y'all. Films, I don't want that for y'all. This is my first podcast for 2023. And I wanted to make this very special. I wanted to make this real. You know, I wanted to show all of my emotions. I wanted to let you know life gets hard, shit gets hard, business gets hard, love is hard, you know, looking good is hard, paying bills, all of those things. This shit is reality. Right now, we are at war with a lot of things. pay attention to certain things like the news. I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't really watch the news like that because I feel like, it's a lot of like fluff. They try to make it sound pretty. They only want you to hear what they want you to hear. But we are really having a spiritual war, like for real. Pay attention to the people that come into your life. Pay attention to why they are in your life. Also pay attention to like if these people are distraction, if these people are adding, if these people are taken away. I have a lot of big decisions to make this year. I've already made them. I've already made them. I made a lot of decisions already. I started making my decisions in December. Um, and I have to have tunnel vision from moving forward to make sure that this stuff gets done, to make sure that everything that I have on my to-do list gets done. I'm writing in my journal. I just started back yesterday, writing in my journal. Let me get back to my skincare because my skin is a mess. I already started working out. I wanted to get on here and do this live podcast for you guys before I worked out today. But you got to show up for yourself. You got to show up for yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable. You got to watch and pay attention. Watch and pay attention. Your instincts, they be strong, but we don't pay attention. We don't pay attention. We have to. We really do. But regardless of whatever you've been through, ladies, regardless of whatever you have been through, if you are still living, you are still breathing, obviously you're still living if you're watching this, just wake up with a grateful heart. Wake up with a grateful heart. Let whatever pain that you have been going through or what that person put you through, because I know it's a person, let it go. This is 2023. We're not holding on to no negative energies. We're not holding on to those thoughts that people place on us that keep us insecure, that keep us from moving forward. We don't care about what them people think. Fuck them people. And I mean that in the most feminine way. We don't care about them old friends talking about us or bringing up what we did wrong in the past or, oh, she didn't do this right, so she can't do this right. No, fuck them. No, no, for real. No, seriously. Let all those insecurities go. Let everything go. If you're watching me and you follow me and you love me and you like what I say, you like what I do, all of those things, let it go. Let it go. Let the emotions go. If you need to go get some counseling, go get some counseling. You need to go talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. But stay in your feminine. Don't become hard because life is a wave. Life is not supposed to be easy. Life is actually supposed to be a little hard. We don't have to make it harder, but it's supposed to be a little hard. And we're not always going to be happy 100% of the time. But we can't let life beat us up. I see so many stories. I see so many people carrying so much hurt, and I get it. I fucking get it. I fucking get it. Find out what you are interested in. If you have a hobby, anything, find that out. Some of the things I'm going to be doing this year, I'm going to find me a little country club to join. I'm going to learn to play golf this year. I need to be networking because I'm building a brand. I'm building a brand. I want to be around more of people that are health conscious, not only just, body wise, but mentally. I want to be around people, and I have, and that's what I've been doing. I want to be around people that are just more open minded and they look at the glass as halfway empty. I'm sorry, halfway full, not halfway empty. I had to really change my perspective. I really had to change, the people that I hang around, all of these things. Even my Instagram is different. My Instagram has been different for years, but my Instagram, my following, my the people that follow me, shout out to everybody that's been following me for years. I love you. Thank you for rocking with me, banging with me for so long. I so appreciate you. But we are supposed to grow. We are supposed to evolve. That's the way life works. We're not supposed to stay the same. When I first got on Instagram, um, I remember I used to do like a lot of fashion posts and everything was about hair and beauty and going out and looking good. Now it's just more I'm an adult. Like I've been an adult, but I'm a grown adult. So some of that stuff don't really matter to me. Like designer stuff and all that stuff is great. It's nice. I love it. It's great. But it don't really matter to me the way it used to. I really can care less. I'm gonna pull out my little old shoes that I had before I even think about going to go buy something new. My old stuff look better than new stuff anyway. But I'm just saying that to say, like, you have to grow, you have to evolve, and when you grow and you evolve, you have to let stuff go. You have to let things go. Your old way of thinking, you gotta let it go. You have to. You have to. This year, I'm showing up for me. I'm gonna be selfish with me. I am going to let go of everything that I dealt with in my past. Every single thing, every single thing, any person that I felt like has wronged me. Moving forward from today, if you're not rocking with me the way I need you to rock with me, I gotta leave you behind. I do. And that's with business, anything. Like, I gotta leave it behind. I got a lot of big decisions to make, and they have already been made. And I'm not second guessing my decisions. I'm not asking nobody for their advice. I'm not asking you what you think. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going off of my intuition. I'm going off of my experience. I'm experienced in life. I'm experienced in business. I'm experienced. I'm not asking nobody that. I'm not asking. I don't care. I'm gonna do me, and that's just what I'm doing. That's it. That's all. Period. That's it. Thank you guys for being here with me on this live. I know I look a mess. I promise. My next live, I would not look like this, but I'm going to go work out. I'm drinking my coffee. Well, I was sitting here all the time when I was drinking my coffee. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna go get my nails done, get my pedicure. I'll make sure I blog my day today. But thank you. Femininity is happening. It's happening. I have like some shoots and stuff this week. I'm excited about. I have some new merchandising. I'm excited about. Oh my god! I can't wait for you guys to see it. Oh my god! To watch you do something, and thank you to watch you do something, y'all. I started Femininity. What was this? This will be 2 years. I think 2 years. August makes 2 years. I can't. No, this August makes 2 years. I started Femininity, but I literally started the brand in November. I started the brand in November, and it is going to be so fucking amazing. Amazing. I'm so fucking happy. So anyway, Um, shout out to Femininity. Shout out to my femmes. Thank you for being here with me. I feel like great right now. I feel amazing right now. Um, I don't know if you guys have looked at the past episodes. Please make sure you guys check out the past episodes. I'm gonna make sure that this goes up on Apple.
music. If you guys want to share it with your friends, it'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, all of the platforms. I'll make sure that it's there. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me again. But I realized that I have to be my authentic self. You guys have to see every side of me. You guys have to see every process. I'm going to take you guys through every process. You guys are going to see with me being private still. But some things I just feel like I need to say because it's a part of my journey. It's a part of my journey. Femininity started from hurt. It started from hurt and me realizing that I wasn't the person that I was anymore. And now I am finally stepping back into that lady. That lady was gone for a minute. It takes a minute. Just because you start your feminine journey or your spiritual journey, you started it. But it doesn't mean that it's completed. It takes a while. It takes a long time to get there. Progress takes a long time to get there. And listen, anybody that's in a process where they've been hurt or they felt like they've been wrong, step out their way. Step out of their way. It don't have nothing to do with you. It's them as a person. They not a bad person depending on what they doing or how they projecting that energy. But step out of their way. Let them heal. Let them go through whatever they going through. You know, it probably don't have nothing to do with you. But me moving forward it's a journey. Me moving forward, any type of disrespect, you're getting the fuck blocked. I'm not allowing nobody to talk to me crazy. You're not going to talk down on me. You're not going to talk to me crazy. You're not going to be disrespectful. You're not going to curse me out and call me names. I'm not ever talking to people like that. I don't give a hell what we got in common. It's not happening. So anyway, guys, I'm happy, guys. Thank you so much. I know you guys be thinking, oh, she helped me on that podcast. But y'all help me too. Y'all help me too. I feel like I can openly talk. Yes, you gotta protect your peace. I feel like I can just talk. Like I don't care. You guys, people, somebody's sending this to somebody right now. I bet a miserable somebody, and I don't care. I don't care. You can't call me. Can't say nothing. Can't cuss me out. But it's not even just about that. It's just about everything as a whole that I've been through since I can remember. Since I was younger, I have literally been carrying feelings from a young age. And I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm not shrinking myself. I am not. I'm not going to shrink myself. I'm not going to play small. I'm going to play everything big because that's the kind of energy I got. I got big girl energy. I got successful energy. I got magical energy. Hurt energy, that ain't me. I got pretty girl energy. I got great energy. And I got to act like I got great energy. And that's what I want for you guys in 2023. In 2023, we need to improve our energy. We need to not be so aggressive. Sometimes it's just not even worth it. You know? Sometimes you just gotta walk away from stuff. If it's meant, it'll come back. I'm excited though. I'm excited. I'm happy. Thank you for everyone that has been here. I love you so much. But I need to go to the gym and I have a nail appointment and I need to go and get dressed because I need to figure out all of my photo shoot times and stuff. And then I have to work in a salon this week. So that is going to be a big deal. I am training two people, two stylists. So that's never an easy thing. But shout out to Salon Rashay.
And I love you. And Happy New Year. And thank you so much for being here. And I so appreciate you guys. I know this is a different podcast. I haven't done a live podcast in a while, but um, I needed this for me too. Bye, everyone.